Hello guys, this is your girl Diva Fashionista bringing you another video. So it has been a while, 3 weeks to be exact, that I not made a video. Well, see, what had happened was that first week, one of my videos was doing really well, and like it was just overwhelming with the comments, and it was just like constantly just dealing with that. I just really didn't have time to film another. And then that second week, I really just didn't have anything to film, so I was kind of brainstorming. And then that third week, it was like, yeah, like I got into a little bit of funk, which happens. Like you get into that funk and you don't feel like doing anything or nothing or whatever. That's where I was at with it. But now that I am back and I'm back to myself, I was like, let me get on here. Now I have a lot to say. I have about 4, 5, 6 videos. So if you see me drop every day, you know what it is. That's what it is. I just, you know, I might knock a few out right now. So if you see this look again, just mind your business. Just watch the video and I tell y'all before, you know. But anywho, this video, this first one I'm coming out the gate with, I feel like y'all not gonna like it. Y'all not gonna like what I gotta say. I don't really care. I tell you all the time, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. And I'm just about to show y'all mine. That's really what it is. I am what I consider grown. I'm grown. I'm almost nearing auntie status. Like I consider myself an auntie. Like I'm not quite auntie status, but on the level of advice that I give and the amount of wisdom that I have, when some of y'all might be like, I don't agree with nothing you're saying. I don't think you're wise. But trust me, I am very wise. I've been called Oprah and now it doesn't seem like a compliment, but from early 20s, like that was the nickname, because I'm that friend that gives that good advice. I'm going to give you good, sound, logical advice based on what you're telling me. And one of the things that I've experienced with my friends in our like little circle is the issue of cheating. And not so much cheating, it's the issue of what's a deal breaker. Now, we all have our different deal breakers. And there's one thing that I've noticed with women in general. Women, it's like their biggest fear is being cheated on. It's like it's like cheating is here, and then getting left is like right here. Like it's a close second. I think cheating, it wins. It wins by like very little, and then right up under there is being left. And I think some women equate cheating with being left. So it's like you put that all together and it's just a disaster. And it's like women are shook. I, for one, have never really been like one that like was afraid of cheating. I'm not the chick that's going through the phone. I'm not the chick that I need to know where you at every day, all day. That's just not me. And I think that I have a good relationship with my husband because we like the same person in a sense. Like he don't want to go through my phone, I don't want to go through his. We just respect each other, and it's just like I see you when I get home. It's really just what it is. But that's us. And I understand that everybody is not the same, and not everyone has the same expectations of a relationship. But I just never been the one that just lives in fear of, oh my gosh, he's gonna cheat on me. Oh my gosh, he's gonna leave me. I'm like, bye. You want me to help you back? No, baby, don't leave me. I love you, baby. I love you. But seriously, the issue of cheating, I guess it came up and it's on my mind basically because we've seen what's been going on. We heard about how, you know, popular YouTubers, Diara and Ken, they're having a little situation where Mr. Walker done got caught down at the bar with little thick little chick with the pixie cut, and he was feeling on it. He was, right? So yeah, he got caught. And so apparently he's cheated before and he got caught before, and now that's where we get into what's cheating and what's not cheating. I personally feel anything you gotta hide, you shouldn't be doing. That's just me. I feel like anything, whether it's emotional cheating, where it's the texting, he was texting some girl and maybe it could have led to that, but it didn't, and then old girl exposed him for the cheating. Yeah, like that's Is that cheating? That's cheating. Anything you want to hide from your partner, anything that your partner, you know for a fact your partner wouldn't approve of, they wouldn't be okay with, you, that's cheating. It might as well be physical. Now, some people like, well, didn't get physical, okay, it gets a pass. For me, like I said, cheating is just not necessarily a deal breaker for me because I see it for what it is. A lot of times people cheat for their own ego, especially if we're talking about men. Men will cheat for their own ego just to see and feel like if they still had it, you know. It's not necessarily be something that their woman is lacking. It's not because their woman isn't beautiful or isn't intelligent, she don't go hard for him. It's more so, I just want to still feel like I got it, you know. Or people are not being real with themselves to begin with. I will tell anyone who knows me, tell you, I feel like some men are just polyamorous. It goes back to the beginning of time. Solomon had many wives. It's biblical. Some men are just polyamorous. They not want to just be with you and want to be with just one person. They like the variety. They like that. Some people like playing the game. They like, you know, seeing what they could get away with, how far they could go. That's just how some men are. And even some women. I'm not going to just categorize men as that. There's women like that too. There's women that they want to play the field. They want to still feel like they still got it. So they cheat for those reasons, not so much something that their partner is lacking. And then there are the situations where there is something that the partner is lacking. Maybe the girlfriend is spicy and she talk back, and it's always, we gotta do things their way, and they're boisterous. But you know, I'm gonna go get this chick who's docile, and she just does what I say and when I say, and it's all about me. It's more, again, it's ego. So people cheat for different reasons. And then cheating can be just physical. It could just be sex. Like, it could just be sex. You know, Jay-Z put it back. He's one of my favorite rappers for a reason. He was like, I was just effing them girls. I was going to get right back. Yeah. It's for the physical. It's just for sex. And just realizing and getting into the psyche. And I am in no way, form, shape saying that you should or you should have to accept cheating or you should expect cheating. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, girl, why would standards come so hard for me to say? Have your own standards. Let your standards, let your expectations be your own. Don't let me, her, somebody else get on the internet and tell you what should be your standards. I think what brought this on, it was like I was watching a few videos, and like I said, usually I don't watch videos. If I'm gonna do a topic, I don't really watch videos. I try not to, because then I subconsciously, you know, you wind up repeating something that you heard. And I felt like after watching a few videos about this topic, people were saying things like they're not couple goals. And once I heard that a few times, I was just like, but why wouldn't they be? Like, I personally don't aspire to be anyone. I don't want to be anyone. I don't envy anyone's life. If anything, I am inspired by people, and I'm inspired by someone's success. I'm inspired by their love. What's not inspirational about two young Black people getting money together, loving on each other, showing their good times, getting, you know, collaborating with each other, building a business, becoming a brand? Even if their brand is their love, they've become a brand together. They travel the world. They've been to countries and places that I couldn't tell you where they're at. I don't know where the Seychelles at. I couldn't tell you that. Cute pictures in front of the Eiffel Towers. Why isn't that inspirational? Why wouldn't that be inspirational? Why would you tell somebody, oh, don't be looking up to these YouTube couples? No one's couple goals. If they're doing good together and they are getting money together, like I see nothing wrong with, you know, being inspired. I wouldn't hashtag goals anything or anyone for any reason personally, but I do feel like that's something to look up to. Being so young and getting it, I feel like that is something to look up to, and that's something to aspire to. Like, I just didn't see anything wrong with that. And that was one thing that made me feel like, yeah, I kind of need to express my opinion on this. And then secondly, one thing I was just hearing, just like, just the encouragement to leave. You shouldn't leave a relationship unless you want to leave a relationship. I'm going to tell you that right there. You shouldn't leave a relationship unless this is your deal breaker, unless you've had enough. You shouldn't leave a relationship unless you are unhappy in this relationship. You should not leave a relationship unless this person has crossed a line that you've drawn in the sand, not a line that I've drawn, not this one, not that one. Now, it's almost come to fist fight. I'm telling you, I'm being totally real with you. I've almost come to blows with my homegirls, my best of friends, because someone's telling me I should leave a relationship, or we're not agreeing on relationships. And I'm going to tell you, a deal breaker for me, I'll tell you, if my man came home or I found out some type of way my man cheated, I'm not necessarily packing. Now, if my man came home and it was a baby, yeah, you gotta go. This is not gonna work. That's a deal breaker for me. Is a baby. But necessarily cheating, I probably wouldn't. I probably be like, oh, okay, I'll probably be mad. It's big mad. I'll probably make him suffer. But I'm not necessarily gonna say, I'm gonna be like, I'm out. I'm not. I'm just keeping it real with you. That's not a deal breaker for me. But I've had friends who's told me in the past where, you know, I was with a guy who wasn't committed to me. He was out in them streets. He was for the streets. He really was. And my friends were telling me I could do better than him. But at the time, I wanted him. And that's who I loved. So I didn't feel like my friends were in a position to tell me that I needed to leave or I needed to not be with him. And at the time, I was watching some of the same friends that's telling me that I should leave my man, be broke, not get child support or any type of support from the men that they have children with. And here is this guy taking care of my child that's not even his. So yeah, I was just like, yeah, no, you can't tell me. Like, you know, sometimes it's the messenger. You be looking at the messages, not so much the message. You like looking at the messenger like, girl, you can't tell me nothing about nothing. So you get your stuff straight. But they say, anybody, you take the plank out of your eye. You trying to take the speck out of mine? No, sister. Get your stuff together and then maybe we could talk. So that's how I felt. Like, cursing is a deal breaker for me. Let me tell you, my man can't say a curse in a sentence when talking to me. Like, not in the sentence. He can't. I don't do the cursing. I've been there. I've been present when I've had friends get cursed at, yelled at, called all type of bitches. I had to throw myself in front of one of my friends who was being beaten by her man. Like, those are a hell to the nah for me. Hell nah. I'm telling you, as sure as I'm standing here in November in 2020, that's a hell no. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, and it's not going to happen ever. Never. Okay. That's just for me. But I have a friend tell me I should leave a man who's maybe not committed to me, but she's getting beat. But I'm saying all that to say, it's that you really just can't allow someone to tell you what you should do and what's best for you. The pause for a sec, and I really didn't know how to do that, so pardon my editing. But I wanted to stop and say that it's okay to take advice, and it's okay to give advice, especially when you see your friends spiraling out of control and the dangerous or just a toxic or any type of situation. It's okay to give and listen to advice. That's not what I meant here. Relationships, when you have things invested in the relationship, invested in each other, it's not as simple as just being like, it's over, I'm out. You know, in a situation of a De'Ara and Ken, how do you split that? How do you split a YouTube channel? Like, how has anyone that broke up, how do you successfully split a YouTube channel? So if we break up and you keep the channel, or we decide, all right, we're gonna leave the channel up, but we're gonna go our separate ways. So if, you know, people still watch stuff years and years and years later, like it gets suggested, or you know, you liked it, or you missed them, so you seek out over there, you go to watch. How does that work? Do y'all still, who has access to the money? Do y'all still split that? Like, how like, do you even want to split it? Do you even want it to still go on? Like, it's so many things, like so many variables. But I'm not saying that that's the reason why, you know, she should stay. Supposedly they're building a house right now, so if they put money down on land, like, y'all, so your contractors have money and they starting this big project. Now what do? You say, okay, you can't build the house because he fell on a booty, and everybody knows he fell on a booty. Like, how does that work? That's why I just need people to think and really think when they're talking like, oh, you need to leave him, she young, she ain't got no baby by him, so she could keep going about her business. Yeah, she could, but does she want to? At the end of the day, it's what she wants, what works for her. If her heart says Ken, then who are we to tell her you need to say something else? Like that's who she loves, that's who she's invested in. It's not always as simple as you're gonna pick up and leave, because sometimes the life you have, and I've been saying this a lot lately to people, sometimes the life you have with somebody is better than the life you had prior to them, or better than the life that you may have, you know, without them. And realistically, I don't think that that's not the worst thing. They could get counseling. He could really just see how this affected him. He could just feel like, you know what, I could lose it all. Maybe this is the reality check that he needs, that, you know, I'm playing myself. I've gone out there. I need to change my ways. Like, this is not cool. Like, this could be that kick in the pants he needs. Who knows? But I just feel like just saying like, oh, you need to leave, or da-da-da-da. Like, nah, that's not necessarily a deal breaker. And, let her have her deal breaker. If this is a deal breaker for her and she wants to leave, I totally support her in it. Totally. I'm like, I'll be the first one like, yes, girl, do it. But let it be hers. You know, in the case of like maybe Keisha, because I did see a video that brought up Keisha and Jeremy, which I kind of agree. Like, I don't watch Keisha and Jeremy. I started watching her as, you know, when she's having drama, like the videos get suggested. So I kind of like peeked in here and there. So I kind of know what's going on. But yeah, I'm not subscribed. I don't watch like De'Ara and Ken. I actually do watch, but I've only been watching them for maybe a year. So I didn't really know their backstory, but I do watch them. I do know who they are, and I think De'Ara is super cute. But with Keisha, I don't watch Keisha, but I'm to the understanding that her fiance had a baby on her. And I'm to the understanding that this is not the first time he's cheated on her either. And somehow the internet knows. We all know that this is a thing, and it's crazy. I know that she recently changed her channel, and it's not Keisha and Jeremy anymore. It's just Keisha, or what, I don't know the name of the channel. But basically, what I think is dumb, because she did not leave him. What is dumb is not showing him. Basically, she's just not showing him, you know, and she's just going on vlogging like, okay, he's there. She might hear her talking to him, or she might mention him, but he's not on camera. I think that's the stupidest thing ever. Stand in your truth, boom. I get the brand and getting the money. If these people support you and they love you, they're still going to still support you. Even if they tell you they don't like what you're doing, they're still going to like you. If they've built a connection with you, I don't necessarily have to agree with every single thing that you do. I don't feel like you lose a bunch of subscribers. Maybe not film him as much, but to just totally not film him like this, you're not with this man, he don't live with him. I think that's totally dumb. In the case like of, I've watched Judy go through. I've been watching Judy. It's Judy's life for years at this point. So I watched her, and I've seen her subscribers hate her husband. They do not like him. They think he's superficial. They think he's self-centered. They don't like him. But she does not care. That's her husband. They live together. They work together. They built together. You're going to see him. You know, you just got to ignore it. You got to try to find better ways to show him in a positive light, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, just not showing him like he doesn't exist, like y'all not together. Stupid. Now, again, a baby is a deal breaker for me, but is that a deal breaker for Keisha? She still loves him. She's decided that she's going to take this on, then more power to her. I can't tell her to leave a man. Again, she has 3 small children. Aren't they like all under 2? Like, you gonna watch them kids for her? Like, if she leaves Jeremy, are you gonna hold her through the night? Like, what are you gonna do? You're at home typing furiously, saying, you need to leave her. Oh, you look stupid. You could do so much better than him. Where they at though? Where they at? Sometimes it be like I'm just keeping it real. Like, you telling somebody they need to leave their man. You got a rich uncle. You got a fine ass single cousin who live in the A, you know, who whipping it, got his own money he packing, that's gonna want to be with Keisha and marry Keisha and just stay hard. Like, these are just the questions I want to ask. When we're all talking our shit and we're sitting up on our horse and we being high and mighty, like, these are the questions I need you to ask as well. Like, okay, she's gonna leave her man and then do what? And be with them kids and her mama? Like, I'm just saying, I'm not justifying cheating. I'm telling you, just because it's not a deal breaker for me, I'm not justifying it. But I just need people to answer these questions for me. Like, when we're telling somebody what to do, like, oh, what they should do with their life, okay, and then what? And then what? Like, what do you have to offer besides that advice? You gonna cash app or some money, some child support? Because I don't know what he doing it to get money outside of being on her channel. I don't know. I don't know these people's lives. But I just want to know, like, you gonna cash app her every month to make sure the baby's got Pampers and she's straight? Like, I just want to know. Like, whenever I give advice, I listen first. I listen to the person. I listen to what they say to me, and I listen to what they not saying. I've ran to many of my homegirls' house and packed them back up, and let me tell you something, they back in a week. Like, so listen to them and give advice based on what they're actually saying to you. I think that's all I want to say in this video. And again, I know y'all not gonna like it. I'm laughing because I'm silly and I think it's funny, but you may not be laughing. Y'all probably done hit the thumbs down already and exit out the video. That's cool with me. If you are still here, let me know your thoughts on these topics. Is cheating a deal breaker for you? And if so, it's cool. I respect you, sis. Leave it down below. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and watch some more videos. I need to get my watch time up. And if I don't catch you, again, you will catch me the next one because I'm about to film it. But we gonna act like this is a new fit and a new look. All right, y'all. Latest.